Welcome to the first ever IGCS Regional Connect meeting that brings together members from Asia, Oceania, and the Pacific. I am Seema Singhal, Professor, Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, New Delhi, India. And I am your current IGCS Regional Board Member Representative. And I'm joined by my co host today, Dr. Nao Suzuki. Just one housekeeping item, just repeating this as Mary just now told you. Please write your name, specialty, and where you are joining from in the chat box. And if possible, switch on your cameras, which you already have. So we're really glad to have you all here today. Now, can you please introduce yourself now?
Hi, thank you, Seema. Hello, everyone. I'm Nao Suzuki, GYN oncologist from Japan and chair of the Department of GY at the St. Maria University School of Medicine in Kanagawa. Thank you very much for joining the IGCS Regional Connect virtual regional meeting today. I have been a regional board representative of this region for the past 2 years. So it has been such an honor and pleasure to serve in this voluntary capacity. So please, next slide, please. It's wonderful to see so many colleagues from across the region joining us. So replacing me in this regional role after the Cape Town meeting will be Professor Kosei Hasegawa. You can see in his slide. He will do a great job for all of you. Okay. I also want to thank Rhonda Ferrell, who has worked as vice president to see this initiative come to life. Seema, please.
Yeah, this is our IGCS team, an amazing and a dedicated group of professionals that keep the IGCS moving forward with all our work and programming. They make being a volunteer leader at IGCS an amazing and fun for us. Wouldn't you agree now for this? I mean, they are amazing professionals. We have Mary, our CEO. We have Susan Ralph, who is a mentorship and training program manager. Ashley Johnson, she's Senior Manager of Education. Megan Anderson, she's Digital Marketing Manager. We have Ivana Koleva, who is such an expert who prepared all this draft and everything. Thank you so much, Ivana. We have Joy Mary Ben, who is Development and Special Projects. Rosie Stephens, Membership and Administrative Coordinator. Debbie Leopold, Communication Specialist. Elizabeth, the Brand Management Specialist. Shreya, who's Advocacy and Expanded Training Program Manager. And we have Mendy Hanson with us, who's Senior Meeting Partner. So we have some of them with us today on this board as well. And of course, we have with us our CEO, Mary Icon. Over to you, Mary, to address them.
Thank you, Seema and Nao, and thank you everyone for joining us. As Seema said, I'm Mary Aiken. I'm the CEO of the IGCS, and I want to welcome all of you to this new membership initiative called Regional Connect. It is so exciting to have many of you from the region join us today. The main purpose of these virtual gatherings is to bring members of IGCS from the region closer together and strengthen collaborations and knowledge sharing. These meetings are for you. Meet and interact with your regional board representatives. We can talk about opportunities and challenges in gynecologic cancer care within the region. And it allows you to engage and see other colleagues from across the region so we can continue to build professional connections. And when we're in person at the annual global meeting, you'll have that connection already made.
Thank you. Thank you, Mary. So, indeed, this is our members' platform to talk about opportunities and challenges in gynae cancer care in your countries, highlighting any new initiatives or achievements.
Okay, so many of you have taken the time to submit questions. Thank you so much for doing this. And later in the meeting, we will talk about these questions.
Yeah, thanks, Nao. I think just a few words about IGCS and our membership numbers. As you can see, our total members have exceeded now 9,150. And from this region alone, it's represented in the next slide, which looks at the country breakdown for Asia, Oceania, and Pacific. We're super excited about the growth in the region and also the potential growth in the region as well. Before we move forward, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our strategic alliance partners within the region. And they're depicted here on this slide with their logos. You'll see groups like the Japanese Society, the Indian Society, Malaysia, Thai, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, Philippines, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, and many, many others. So thank you all so much. We welcome other organizations from the region to join us in an alliance partnership. This provides the opportunity to achieve successful collaboration within the IGCS leadership. So if you're interested and a part of a regional society and would like to learn more, just reach out to myself or Ivana.
Okay, yes, thank you, Mary. It has been such a successful program. So I also wanted to mention something about the IGCS annual global meeting. That being said, if you're ready to showcase your region and your regional society is equipped to host one of IGCS future annual global meetings. You can see here the rotation and region of the world where the meeting is going. If your regional society is interested, simply scan the QR code and fill out the form. So please scan the QR code on this slide, okay? And of course, I'm looking forward to seeing all of you in Cape Town in 2 weeks later, okay? So Seema, please.
Yeah, now it's time to have more updates about IGCS membership benefits. So before we move on to the open forum and get to your questions and comments, I would like to take this opportunity to show a few new things at IGCS. We have special interest networks, which is one of the newest ways for our members to connect with each other and find your community of colleagues through our networks. These will be launching soon, as we'll be piloting in radiation and medical oncology, as well as with members in Latin America and Africa, Middle East also. Soon, there'll be a community for your region and a message with more details about how to join. Now,
Okay, so launching on Education 360 tomorrow is a surgical film library, a collection with over 200 films reviewed by global surgical experts, showcases procedures and techniques perspective from around the world. I know many of my Japanese colleagues contributed. This library is accessible anytime and anywhere, and please check it out.
yeah. And today we have colleagues joining from various regions. And we also at IGCS recently added translated closed captions to Education 360-degree learning portal, which is now available in multiple languages, which include Japanese, Indonesian, Korean, Chinese, and Russian. Being a global society, this is essential and it allows you to learn everything related to gynae oncology in the language you are most comfortable with.
Yeah,
Mary?
that's pretty amazing, isn't it, Seema? I know we've talked a long time with the board and others about this translation option. So I know we as staff were super excited about that. We'll talk a little bit more later about our expanded training and a new research committee near the end. Both were highly expressed topics of interest through the portal when people were submitting questions. So I don't think we could have timed this any better to talk about and to develop within IGCS some expanded training opportunities as well as our new research committee. Now, I know you've been involved in the Early Career Network these last 2 years. Do you want to tell us a little bit about those updates?
Yeah, of course. I have had the honor of these past 2 years to be the board representative to the Early Career Network with Dr. Alex in the United States. It has been such a great group. And now IGCS want to give the early career professionals a bigger voice within our community and empower them to be the future leaders. This is why from the next year, IGCS will have 3 open positions for president, president-elect, and secretary-treasurer, and every members of the IGCS Early Career Network can nominate themselves. So applications for these leadership positions will be open in first quarter of 2026, so stay tuned. Next slide. Yeah, yes. You can see the early career professionals networks in annual meeting activities in Cape Town. So we have three projects, as you can see in the slide. So if you are attending the meeting in Cape Town, of course, we see all the things happenings for our early career, meet your colleagues, and make new friends. So our early career network members doing very well. So
Yeah,
Seema,
it's been really growing well. It's been really busy in early career. But before I conclude this portion of the meeting by encouraging many of you to give some thoughts to getting involved in IGCS, find a way to connect, contribute, and make a difference, no matter wherever you are in your career. You can become a mentor or support a colleague in lower resource settings through our new expanded training programs. You can join a virtual eco-tumor board and contribute to case discussions. You can also have an option to develop educational content within one of the IGCS educational work groups. Get involved in our journal, IJGC, which is an amazing journal. For anyone interested in engaging more with IGCS, just scan the QR code in the top right corner. Now,
okay, so please, next slide, please. Okay, so let's transition now and talk about the questions that were submitted as part of the registration process. Thank you very much for your kind attention. We have so many great topics and comments submitted by our regional members. Okay, so first, okay. So gynecologic cancer educational topics, we appreciate the interest in all of the disease-specific questions. So we are going to take some time to review these and work with the education committee to better identify opportunities for education and learning for all of you. There may already be existing content out that there is a learning portal. So please give us till after Cape Town to follow up.
yeah, we have several questions related to research as well. We are so excited about the growing interest in developing collaborative research within the IGCS global community. The IGCS board recently approved the formation of a research committee, which will be formally announced in Cape Town. This is an important step forward for IGCS as we continue to strengthen international collaborations and support meaningful ways to collect data. Maybe we may be starting with rare tumors. It's clear that there is a strong interest among our members to work together, share data, and advance discovery across borders, and we are thrilled to see that energy is building. The committee will convene in January, and from there, we'll begin and outline priorities, identify opportunities for multi center collaborations, and share updates with all of you as the work progresses.
And mentoring and training. So IGCS has follow-up fellowship programs for regions of the world without existing formal training. In Asia, we have Qatar, Nepal, Vietnam, India, and China. So someone asks specifically about the Pacific Island, where we have two in Fiji and Papua New Guinea. And we are possibly opening a third one in Solomon Island. Thank you for submitting this.
Yeah. One of the key areas of interest for this meeting was the development of standard and national guidelines. We are exploring opportunities to strengthen our partnership with the NCCN to support both guideline development and adherence at the national and regional levels too. This collaboration will help to ensure that you, the clinicians around the world, have access to consistent, evidence based recommendations that reflect global best practices in gynae cancer care.
Yeah, I was also super excited to see some questions about HPV, primary, secondary prevention, and of course, as you guys mentioned earlier, our surgical training for pillar 3 of the elimination of cervix cancer. So we recently announced kind of a bold 5-year plan to play our part and role as a society to accelerate the elimination of cervical cancer. It's called the IGCS Access Series. It's a symposium will be held at the next 5 annual global meetings leading us into 2030, starting in Cape Town next month. These sessions focus on regional priorities, challenges, and solutions, again, to vaccination, screen and treat, and then our invasive approach as well. For now, if you go to the website, you'll see areas about access, and we'll continue to communicate about this initiative as we rotate throughout the globe the next 5 years with our annual meeting. So why don't we take a minute maybe and open it up? This has been such a great opportunity for us to talk about IGCS, our initiatives, and to answer some of the questions that came through the portal. We've stopped sharing a little bit ago, so we're more than happy to take any other questions that maybe you have, anything that we've mentioned that might have caused some interest for you. And again, thank you for including in the chat, many of you, where you have included your name, your location, and also your area of practice in gynecologic oncology. So many of you are muted, but if you have a question and want to submit that to us, if there's anything that comes to mind since our dialogue in the last 20-25 minutes, please feel free now to do so. Is there anything in particular anyone would like to talk about?
Hello, everyone. I'm Jenny Wang from Beijing, China. I worked in Peking University People's Hospital. My clinical work and research work is focused on gynecological cancers. So I'm very happy to attend this even in Beijing time, the workshop about regional IGCS meeting. So I would like to say some words. First is about the education topics. So I would like to say we should pay more time to the preservation fertility of gynecological cancer patients. As we know, the endometrial cancer is much more and more and younger and younger. And most of the endometrial cancer patients have not the baby. So even for the cervical cancer young patients, it needed to preserve the fertility. So I'd like to say the education topics should be focused on fertility preservation of young gynecological cancer patients. That's I would like to say the first point. And the second one, I'm very happy to join in or organize the Asia, Pacific, or international clinical trials. My colleague Yiqing Wang will to tell us some. We interested in the clinical trials later. So thirdly, I'd like to have a suggestion. Every year my colleagues and I organize the Peking University gynecological cancers meetings in Beijing. And for the past few years, we joined the Beijing Medical Association gynecological cancer meetings. So I'm not sure it's possible or not. Next June, we hold the meetings, can invite the IGCS to organize the meetings in Beijing together. So that's my three comments. One is education topics, and that is the clinical trials, and we can to organize the meetings, the Peking University, Beijing Medical Association, and IGCS next year in Beijing. So that's what I would like to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Wang. That is a perfect topics. I'm going to give the oncofertility to our specialist now, who I know gives lots and lots of lectures on this to speak to this. And maybe we could entice now someday to record a topic on oncofertility for us now.
Yeah. Professor Wang,
Yeah,
nice to meet you. Thank you very
nice to
much
meet you too.
to attending today's project, and also thank you very much for your super nice opinions and suggestions. So I'm also as I told you, I'm the board member of IGCS, but I as the immediate past president of International Society for Fertility Preservation. So I already asked Mary Aiken, the CEO of IGCS, to have this oncofertility like team members in IGCS already. As you know, according to the new FIGO 2023 like classification, we need to think about and share about how to like manage the young AYA or young adult endometrial cancer patients according to the new FIGO classification. So I need your like support and help. And also, I was the chair of the special task force for the fertility prevention in GYN oncology in ASGO. ASGO is Asian Society of GYN Oncology. So we are also focusing on this kind of like new topics. So please join us, and we're gonna ask Mary to hold or to have these very important topics in IGCS. Thank you very much, Dr. Wang.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Now, it's incredibly important. And I'm glad that you were able to weave in the conversation about FIGO and new classifications. I know that's been somewhat of a controversial topic. IGCS was fortunate to be able to comment on some of the recent FIGO staging that has come to fruition. So on your second topic, Dr. Wang, clinical trials within China, I hope that our research committee over time will evolve to that. I think first, and now Seema and I will certainly take this to the chairs of this committee. I think, as you know, part of doing clinical trials is building a network of like-minded institutions, PIs, and investigators. So once we get our research committee up and running, and as Seema kind of hinted to, possibly starting with rare tumors and collection of data, I think through that activity, who will proliferate will be people from the region who are interested in research, building a strong network. We also have a very collaborative relationship with GCIG. We respect what they do. We respect the work, as you know. And so we will certainly talk with them. And as now and Seema know, we talk and meet with them frequently. So I don't know your thoughts on that, Dr. Wang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. So that will be something that we'll tuck away. We'll watch the research committee and the collaborations of collecting data come to fruition. Seema, do you have thoughts on that?
Yeah, that will be like, I'm really looking forward to have a collaborative research on rare tumors, and having colleagues on board from China. Dr. Wang is going to be a great opportunity, and to collaborate and bring out some meaningful data and to have, implications on practice. So this will be an amazing opportunity and a very good, Mary, that vision of the IGCS to have this kind of a research is going to really have a great way forward.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. And then finally, your last comment regarding harmonizing meetings. There are a lot of meetings around the world, aren't there? And so we should look to more and more consolidation and harmonization of our meetings. We could not agree more. We know that ASGO is coming to, I believe, Shanghai in 2026. Isn't that right now?
Yeah. Yes.
So we will certainly play a part in that. We at IGCS would welcome the invitation to host a symposium at one of your regional meetings. We also have the opportunity, there's a form on our website, which Ivana will follow up with. We could also put the link in the group chat here, but there's a form to complete if you're interested in having IGCS come to your meeting in some sort of capacity. We have a very strong interest in building tighter and deeper relationships, Dr. Wang, within China.
Okay,
Now?
thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much. So it's my and my colleagues pleasure to invite the Professor Doctor of IGCS to attend our meetings. As I know, next year, 2026 in Shanghai, is ASCO, not
Yeah.
IGCS.
No,
Yeah, ASCO meetings in Shanghai.
correct. Yeah, and we'll be a part of that meeting as well. Now has graciously worked with ASGO to help IGCS have a presence there as well. So thank you very much. Is there anyone else? I see there's some things in the group chat.
Jitender was raising hand. Dr. Jitender,
Oh, please.
he's from Nepal. Dr. Jitender Periyar, and yeah.
Namaste and greetings everyone. It's a very important meeting and we're very excited that I think this is the first of its kind, and Mary and Professor Seema and Professor Now have already highlighted many issues, and I echo with Professor Wang from China as well in terms of clinical trials and having collaborative meeting. And I was about to put forth this idea, which in fact has been spelled out by Mary, that is, apart from IGCS annual meeting, could we have smaller regional meeting around Asia, Oceania, so that we could encourage more of younger colleagues participating in the meeting so that we can help and groom future leaders.
Yeah, future Tinder. That's a great observation. And we, the board, as Now and Seema know, talk about how do we extend ourselves throughout the year at other meetings besides just our own annual meeting. And we know there are lots of regional meetings. Many of our strategic alliance partners offer meetings within their region. So maybe that's an opportunity. Now, did you have any comments?
Yeah, Jitendra, hi, this is Now. So thank you very much for your nice comment. I'm going to attend the AGOI meeting in this December as IGCS board member. So I'm looking forward to seeing you and talking about a lot with
in Calcutta,
AGOI
right?
IGCS again.
Welcome to India, Dr. Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have our secretary, Dr. Bhagyalakshmi here. I can hear her voice to welcome
Yeah.
Dr. Ram, yeah, in India.
Yeah, hello, Dr. Mary, Dr. Now, Dr. Seema. So it's such a pleasure seeing all of you, Ivana.
Great.
It's a great opportunity to collaborate and go ahead.
We completely agree as well. Thank you. Shahana, did you have a comment or a question? She may have frozen.
Professor Shahana,
Professor-
yeah, she was raising hand.
Yeah, it
I am
looks like she's frozen.
Professor
Please.
Sabira Khatun. I want to say something
Yes, sure, madam.
from Bangladesh. Can I say something about Bangladesh?
Please.
I am the president of Gynecology Society of Bangladesh. The IGCS, from very beginning, I am related with IGCS, and I have got the traveling scholarship in 2012 from IGCS. And I don't know whether this type of traveling scholarship are given from IGCS nowadays, whether it is stopped or not. It's very important and very helpful for our young gynecologists, traveling scholars from IGCS. This is one thing. Regarding education, I like to say something about the international exposure of our students. We have the fellowship in gynecological oncology. We have the masters in gynecological oncology in our country. So these two type of degrees are given from Bangladesh, and whether there can be arrangement for international exposure of our students.
Yeah.
whether this can be arranged by IGCS. It will be very helpful for our students. Another thing regarding education is whether IGCS can arrange the 3-monthly or 4-monthly international CME, that from which our students and we will be very much benefited. International CME, that is routine 3-monthly or 4-monthly or 6-monthly CME from which can be arranged by IGCS, and that can be regional or that can be international. And other things, the national guideline. We are developing national guideline, whether we can have some input in the development of national guideline from IGCS members. That can be from regional members also.
Great.
For the development of a national guideline. We are going to start the national guidelines, so it will be very helpful from the member, IGCS member in the regional basis. That will be helpful for the development of our national guideline. And other important thing, that fellowship, whether IGCS have any fellowship I know that there is fellowship program, whether we can have or in some of our member as the mentor of this fellowship program, that we are very interested to have some mentor in our country. And lastly, the clinical trial in Bangladesh, we have a group, that is Bangladesh Gynecological Cancer Clinical Trial Group. That is a part of Gynecological Oncology Society of Bangladesh. And under this clinical trial group, we are doing a double-blind clinical trial on prophylactic chemotherapy. That is a double-blind clinical trial on prophylactic chemotherapy for high-risk cytopeniform mold. Whether the IGCS can give some leading to involve the regional countries and to be whether we can be a part of international clinical research, clinical trial in this regard. If it is possible, we can send the protocol, and if any country is interested for this double-blind unique clinical trial, that can be done. We can do from Bangladesh side. And
Great. Well, thank you so much. That is, I do know, and actually one of the messages in the group chat was about short observership. So this is, I think, what you're referring to, what has been known as our
yes,
traveling scholar program. We did have to pause that kind of during COVID, and then now through our expanded training program, one of the arms of that will be bringing back, as we know, the traveling scholar program. I think we'll have a new name and a little bit of a different feel, but very similar in that opportunity to send some of the younger people to other institutions to see how
yes,
training is done. I know many of you who are former traveling scholars like yourself, you've made lifelong
yes,
friends throughout the world by doing this. And we certainly want to foster and absolutely bring that back for our young people. In terms of CME and education, as a global society, we aren't, I guess, regulated to provide CME across the globe. So while we provide education, as you know, regionally, continuing medical education credits and units require local involvement and organization. So we work through Kenis once a year to do our annual conference where people can collect those continuing credits. But throughout the year, it would be a really large undertaking to try to better understand some of the regional nuances with that. I think guideline development, I don't believe it's in IGCS's, kind of list of strong suits to develop guidelines. But if we're able to partner with organizations like NCCN and others who develop guidelines, we believe we have the members and the reach to test guidelines. We're currently working on a project in the Philippines, testing guidelines developed for the resources within the Philippines to see the ease of uptake of guidelines, the applicability of those guidelines in their region. And we'll have more data to share in the coming months. Once this pilot is complete, then we'll look to other regions. And we're super excited about this. And we actually have a call this week with NCCN, the Philippines. And Dr. Nadim Abu Restam, our president-elect, is very involved with this type of work with NCCN. So I'm extremely excited about that. Of course, our fellowship, mentorship, and training program has been our flagship program. And we are looking at other ways of providing that type of mentoring and training across the globe through our expanded training. Not every region of the world requires a 2 to 3 year fellowship. Some just need other and additional training. And then, of course, clinical trials. As I mentioned, we work with GCIG. We will certainly express to them at our next meeting with them the level of excitement and interest in our members who have existing networks and clinical trial networks ready to go, and better understand the qualifications needed to be part of a clinical trial network within that structure. So I think I hit everything there. Seema, any comments on anything there?
Oh, that sounds really interesting. And definitely, with the formation of a new research committee, we'll be able to address the issues raised by so many colleagues. And now I would like to have Dr. Kellum, who is our colleague joining from Sri Lanka. So can we have him
Great.
a while, Dr.
I'm
Kellum?
so glad. Yes, thank you for Sri Lanka for joining. We've had a long-standing relationship with all of our colleagues in Sri Lanka. So thank you.
Hello. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for joining me in today. Special thanks goes to Dr. Seema for inviting me to join in. And I will give a bit of a background with regards to Sri Lanka at the moment. We have more than 11 million women in the country, only 5 fully qualified gynae oncologists for the whole country. And we have 5 trainees in training process. We are interested in getting some training slots through your IGS training program, because previously our trainees is a mandatory in our country from 1950s onward, where you become consultant, want to be a consultant, you have to go out of the country for mandatory training of 2 years. And at the moment, our trainees are getting very hardship of finding fellowships in UK and also Australia and New Zealand, where the 3 more countries we usually go. And I just want to talk on behalf of them. We have 5 trainees at the moment in training. We are taking 1 trainee per annum actually, usually, but last year we had 2. Therefore, we have about 5 trainees who are still waiting for the training for their overseas training. And I would like to highlight that here, because if we can get an opportunity to include 1 or 2 Sri Lankan trainees into the IGCS training fellowship program, that will be a huge benefit, not only for them, but also for the women of the Sri Lanka. And as all of you know, that we have regionally very high standards with regard to maternal mortality, morbidity, and public health standards. That is because of our structured training process of trainees, as well as the structure of the infrastructure of doctors. But at the moment, we are struggling to get a training slot for them. I have done my training in UK, but I'm talking on behalf of my junior colleagues. Even though I'm a young gynae oncologist, this is this is going to be a huge problem for us in future. And
absolutely. And we would love to connect you, Professor Kellum, with our mentorship and training leadership, if you will. We think there is great opportunity for us to partner with you on some form of mentoring and training in Sri Lanka. That's amazing.
Yes,
you.
yes, because I'm working in National Cancer Institute, which is the Maharagama Apeksha Hospital, where it's a dedicated cancer hospital, and we are getting a lot of cancer
Yes,
patients. This is then it will be a very good training place also for the international trainees also. Thank you very
absolutely.
much for yeah.
Yeah, and thank you. Thank you for your willingness to share the story and to be an advocate for the women in the region. It's super important.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
We
Okay,
have
I think
some
we
more.
have a couple other hands up, Seema.
Yeah, we have more raised hands. We have Shahana, Dr. Shahana from Bangladesh. Then we have Dr. Tingyanshi from Shanghai, and Ma'am Dr. Bhagya Lakshmi is also raising her hands. So one by one, we can have all of you to have discussions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shahana, please.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you very much. This is Dr. Shahana, oncologist and working in National Institute of Cancer Research and Hospital in Bangladesh. We have too many challenges. Our country, like many other countries in this region, faces the both challenges, and we have opportunities in gynecological cancer care, from limited access to advanced diagnosis and also the treatment facilities. We believe that though through this IGCS regional network, we can strengthen our capacity, the education, early detection program, and the participation in multi-center clinical trials. As you know, during the COVID period, we have the 150 international webinar where the AGOI, they helped us a lot, and also the IGCS, different members from the IGCS countries, they have also helped us. In future, what Professor Sabra has already the noticed that if you help us like this type of the webinars, the IGCS along with the AGOI, and we have also the trainer who goes to the India for training, and it is not with the AGOI partnership. It's individual center, our trainee are going there and getting training. If the AGOI in collaboration with the IGCS, they give us the structural training program and help us, and they select the centers where our doctors, they can go there and get training. And another thing is we have enough data and we can share our data and we can do the clinical trial and clinical research. And thank you very much, and hope in future we'll get all the supports from IGCS. Thank you, Dr. Shima and Dr. Mary, and also the Bhagyalokhi Naik, very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I know we've had several conversations with our colleagues in Bangladesh about the best path forward to partner in helping formalize training, and also the great work that you're doing in data research and collection. I think when our research committee, honestly, when that kicks off, we have a lot to learn from many of you who've been doing this for some time now. Wouldn't you say, Seema?
Yeah, definitely. As Dr. Sabra also said, that they have an extensive work in GTN, prophylactic
Yeah.
chemotherapy, GTN. They have extensive work done in that branch and lot of publications as well. So it will be great opportunity to collaborate with them for this particular field, and same holds true with the colleagues from China, Sri Lanka, having all of them together. How well it sounds, Mary. I mean, it's really amazing to, have that together. I'm really looking forward to
I
yeah,
agree, Seema. I think it's amazing, definitely. Okay.
very.
Yeah, Professor Shi from Shanghai, would you like to make a comment or ask a question?
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to attend this meeting. I think it's great chance for us to collaborate. I'm Tingyan Shi from Fujian University Zhongshan Hospital. I'm a gynecologic oncologist from Shanghai, China. And in terms to the previous, you mentioned about Professor Wang just mentioned about the next ASCO meeting. Yeah, we will host the next ASCO meeting actually, and we really appreciate if we have chance to collaborate with all of you. Please allow me to briefly introduce this next year's ASCO meeting. The meeting will be supported by Shanghai Medical Association, and the Congress President is Professor Rong Yixiang, and the scientific committee we will discuss about the scientific committee, and we really appreciate if all of you would like to attend, presenting, all of the regions and countries to help us to organize the meeting well. So the Congress venue is in Shanghai International Convention Center, with the very beautiful Huangpu River view. So I think the convention center will accommodate the overseas attendees, and there's many perfect facilities, very experienced in hosting international conference. And the program will cover 2.5 days schedule, and we now trying to organize the program. If all of you, if you have any suggestions or comments, please let us know. I just put my email address in the chat box.
Thank you. I saw that. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great chance for the regional and Asia Pacific to discuss more something like clinical trial or details of deep collaborations.
Yes.
Gynecological oncology. So I would say it's really I really want to appreciate we have a chance to.
Yeah, thank you so much. And you know, IGCS would welcome the opportunity to meet with some of the leadership within China while we're there, to learn more about how we can work more formally together, welcome members from across China. I know now that's been a goal that we've talked about over the last few months. Any comments? Yeah. Now, any comments on that?
Yeah, we need support from China, because this is a very Asian society. So Professor Wang and Dr. C, please join us, and also please contribute a lot to the IGCS. Thank you.
Yeah, Dr. Wang, did you have a comment?
Yes, we would like to do something for IGCS, including my colleagues.
Great.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you, if not before, but definitely in December. Great. Okay. I think we have another hand up, Seema.
Yeah, we have Dr. Bhagya Lakshmi Nayak, the Secretary of Association of Gynecologists. Yeah. So let's have Madam. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and thank you, Mary, for organizing, giving us this platform to discuss actually. So for me, I work as a honorary secretary of AGOI, and we are happy to announce that we are strategic partners with IGCS, and would also encourage all our smaller countries also who are there with us to become strategic partners with IGCS. I think with that, I think we can share a common platform by which I think we can share what are our difficulties and how we can overcome them. And then by being the co-chair of the SAFOG Oncology Committee, actually I have we had the opportunity to work with many of the oncology societies of our neighboring countries. So I think you can see that Bangladesh is very active. They have a lot of gynecologists. They have a lot of training programs. But still, I think they are lacking a bit in vaccination. So that's it. And India, I think it's a vast country. So we have diverse problems. And I think Seema is aware. So I think we are at that. But then, and similarly, Bhutan and Sri Lanka also have the little problems. But the only country which I have a concern is Afghanistan. So that's a country in which actually they are lacking in every aspect. And that's where I think we need to extend our helping hands in training them. Maybe, I don't know, by tele methods. And they have no access to screening. They have no access to vaccination. So I think that's my concern. And I would like to actually appraise all of you that we have to do something about this Afghanistan gynae oncology sector.
Yeah, very important. And I think the more that regionally we can partner and help each other out, have
Yeah.
smaller regional societies who are resourced similar to all of you in India. Join your societies. I think it's a great way to expand your society as well as those that are joining, you know, the IGCS. I see in the chat somebody put, please start TBM. So I'm going to take a leap forward that means maybe a tumor board where doctors
Yeah,
can
tumor board.
share,
Exactly.
yeah,
It's a
where
tumor board.
doctors can share rare cases, start registry and help. So ironically, we've had some discussions with the ISSTD, which is the Trophoblastic Society, as well as the International Pathology Society. We will be starting by year end, hopefully our first GTN tumor board that will be led by all three organizations, bringing experts from around the world to look at some of these cases in trophoblastic disease. We think this will eventually spill into more of a rare tumor board and registry, as dictated by the research committee. So very intuitive of those of you who are really excited about doing things in these rare cancers. We recognize and acknowledge the importance of discussing these and finding treatment options for all of you in the region. So again, if I had to say, maybe we planted these people, right, Ashley? We told them to say these things. So that's great.
Yeah.
I think another hand, Seema, one more hand before we
Yeah,
close.
yeah. We have Dr. Rupinder Singh with us, who has written in the chat box that you read about the short observership options and, you know, her offerings that they can host for short observership to the fellows across the world. So
Yes.
we would like to have Madam. Madam is the past president of AGOI. Dr. Rupinder, ma'am, can you please?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi,
So-
how are you? It's so nice to see
I'm
you.
good. Yeah. Pleasure, Mary. So nice to see you and so nice to be included in this. This is a very, very important collaboration. So I thought it would be nice if we can have a future IGCS conference somewhere in this part of the world, you know, and that would really help so many of our youngsters. I mean, look at the density of our population and the density of population in all our neighboring countries. And if you have an IGCS annual conference in one of these areas around here, I'm sure you will have a tremendous number of people attending and a lot of people benefiting. You know, even the awareness that there is such a thing as gyne-oncology, that oncology in gynecology can be addressed separately to the benefit of so many is really not present even now. We still have people in these areas hiding their signs, symptoms, not getting enough help. But if we were to have a conference of this magnitude somewhere around here, that would be really superb. So I do hope that you would consider this. I saw already that, you know, I think right till 2028, the IGCS is booked. Am I right, Mary?
Well, if you look at, you know, we had that slide earlier, Professor Scone, on the rotation. So 2027 will be in Asia, Oceania, and Asia's big, right? So it may be that we have to work on that rotation and doing a regional meeting and supporting meetings like AGOI and others in the region, you know, kind of in the interim, because only coming to each region every 5 years, sometimes I think that isn't enough, right? And we've talked about that. I don't know now if you have thoughts on that.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree with you. And then we have dynamic people like Dr. Bhagya Lakshmi, who's the president secretary, and we are looking towards her as a future president as well of the GOI. And of course, we have Seema, who is so very active, and so many other members.
Yeah,
so, yeah, we would definitely be happy to host at least a regional conference, if not an annual conference. Seema and Bhagya, I hope you are on the same page as me on this.
Yeah, and let's think about how we involve Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, some of the other partners that you all work with and really
absolutely.
make it. Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
yes.
Thank you so much. Dr. Suzuki, did you have any comments on that?
Yeah. Hi, Rupinder. This is now Suzuki from Japan. So I think we need to continue to discuss many times per year about regional like this kind of webinars. So please continue and please keep in touch. Maybe in 2027, somewhere in Asia, we're gonna host the IGCS. So that will be the very good chance for us to talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Yes,
Thank you.
definitely. And now I see Rhonda has joined. Rhonda, earlier we mentioned, we thanked you as Vice President of IGCS for helping organize us and bringing this concept that we've talked about for some time together. So Rhonda, do you want to say a few words before we close?
Oh, thank you, Mary. I'm sorry I logged in late. I've just got to Rwanda and I couldn't get access, but it's great to see everybody. I think it's a fantastic initiative. There are so many members in the Asia region that we really need to serve in a more collaborative and closer way, and I really hope we can help do that. I'm sure I'll get filled in with all of the discussion that you've had, and I'm sorry to miss it, but it is a really important region that we need to serve and help you organise, you know, what you're doing and better care of women with gynae cancers and, you know, through IGCS. So it's great to be involved, and I'm sorry I missed the discussion.
Well, I will certainly update you, Rhonda. We got lots of great notes from the conversation. It's been so fun. It's our first regional connect. So thank you all. It's been such a great pleasure to see so many of you. I think we hit close to maybe 100 people. So I know we talked about doing a photo now. A meeting didn't happen unless we do a photo, right? So now you're our professional photographer for these.
Okay.
So if you would like to, let's do, and then we're going to advance the screen. So I don't know how we go about doing that, but we want to make sure we get everybody. So if you can take a minute to turn on your camera, that would be fantastic.
Okay, please smile. One more. Okay, please smile. One more. Please smile. The last one, okay? Smile. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you now so much. Seema, any closing comments before we go? We're right on the hour.
Yeah, I was like amazing. It was an amazing experience. We thought that yes,
bring request Dr. Amita to speak a few words. I think
she's there.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I think Seema, please go ahead. I think we are already crossed the time. No, please go ahead and yeah. So please go ahead. Hi everyone.
Hi, Amita.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Hi. Look forward to meet with you.
Very
I
glad
think
to have you.
2 weeks.
Please
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Seema, please go ahead.
Yeah. So, ma'am, as such, we were expecting that, yes, it will be a good option to connect and a good platform to connect everyone. But I never thought that this will be such an amazing experience. Really, really useful. And I'm sure together we can take it further ahead. And we request IGCS and Mary that let's have it more frequently so that we all come together, talk to each other, get more collaborations and opportunities to connect and take our work forward as a community. Thank you so much for all this interaction and having us together.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
And yes, have a nice evening, everyone. It's so nice to see you. I hope we'll see you in Cape Town. Please find us. We will be there.
I'm not going.
Great.
Look, are you doing?
Okay, have a nice evening. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Seema.
Thank you, Mary.
Bye-bye.
Seema.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
to
you
see
all.
you all.
Bye.